offering my pranams to Sadhguru Sri Satya Sai Baba. Sai Ram to sisters and brothers and all Sai devotees. You asked me how you come in contact with Baba first time. That is, my accounts, I was working in railways in accounts department. Our accounts officer was a staunch devotee of Satya Sai Baba. He told me that he knows your past, present, future. Even without asking, he will tell you everything. Like that he told. Then such a great men are also there in this in nowadays. So I thought I want to see him, but before that one, I had read his life history, Satyam Shivam Sundaram, from my grandmother had brought me a Kannada book. In that one, I had read. Then interest started. Then I want to see him. I was thinking, but our accounts officer has compelled me one day, let us go. All right, I told. And it was night 11 o'clock. There was so much rush in the train. Even people were standing on footboard. We could not enter the carriage. Then my Maniram Chandran told me that, you pray Baba, he will provide you a seat. Then I could not believe at that time. All right, he has told, Swami, provide me seat. I prayed. Then all the carriages were completely full. One small carriage was empty. I thought it must be a ladies' carriage or some military carriage. So that everybody entered. That carriage was empty only. Then my Maniram Chandran told, our accounts officer's name is Maniram Chandran. He told, no, you see, because you prayed that empty carriage has come, you come on, enter. Then I was hesitatingly entered because it may be for military or ladies' carriage. Then we went into the carriage, and that is upstairs, that is upper berth. We reserved our bed, and we stretched our this thing, and we went to there. Then
after that, people started coming.
After that, people started coming, and the carriage was full. Then I thought, what is this? Then my accounts officer used to get down at Penakonda and catch a bus. And so many other things were there in the beginning itself. And when I went to Puttaparthi, then first time I saw Baba, and I was very much thrilled. And it was the same thing as it was in the photo, and even his face was so brilliant, so beautiful. Then I enjoyed like anything, and he just gave darshan and went inside. Then I thought, no, I want to get his darshan again and again. I want to see him in the. So he went early, I thought. Then within a few minutes, he came out again and gave darshan and saw me. And
my daughter will continue every day.
My daughter will continue. My daughter will continue the other things.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Sai Ram, with loving pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord, I would like to continue what my father, from where my father has stopped.
All things were unbelievable things. Such a so many experiences he has showered on us.
Yeah. It is indeed my luck. I'm fortunate to get this opportunity to explain, to discuss, to remember again all the experiences my father had. They were really, we feel he was very brave to test Swami. He had gone to see Swami. He has tested him in many ways. And Swami also, Baba also, so patiently and lovingly, he has answered all his questions, all his doubts he has answered directly or indirectly. And that is how Swami, he surrendered to Swami. It was in the year 1966 that, as he said, his officer Maniramachandran, Mr. Maniramachandran, he was a staunch devotee. He was forcing my father from many years, you come to Puttaparthi, you come and see Sai Baba. Because my father was spiritually inclined from the beginning. So Maniramachandran thought definitely he will like it, and he was forcing him. In the year 1966, my father got an opportunity. As he already told, his maternal aunt was already a staunch devotee, and she had given him a Kannada version of Satyam Shivam Sundaram, written by Professor N. Kasturi. So my father had already read the book, the first volume, before going to Puttaparthi. In the year 1966, as he said, they went. It was night 11 o'clock train. When they went to the station, the train arrived and it was overcrowded. The whole train was overcrowded, and they had no reservation. Then my father was wondering how to get into the train. He was hesitating actually. Then Mr. Maniramachandran told him, no, you don't worry. You just pray to Swami, it will happen. And he closed his eyes on the station and Mr. Maniramachandran started praying. Then my father, hesitatingly, he thought, okay, everyone says, Maniramachandran says that Baba will provide the seat. Okay, let me pray. He also prayed. Baba provided seats for us. Then, as he was just saying that, they saw an small empty bogie, empty coach. It was completely empty. The whole train is overcrowded. People are standing on the footboard. There is one small compartment which is completely empty. Then he hesitated to enter because he believed it may be a ladies' compartment or reserved for military. And once we get in, then in between, if they ask us to get down, what to do? Then he said, no, I told you, no, you pray to Swami, Baba will provide seats for us. This is the space provided. Swami has reserved this seat for us. Come, let us go. Hesitatingly, my father also entered. It was completely empty. On the upper berth, because it was night 11:30, on the upper berth, they spread their bedding, everything, they settled. Then one by one, people started coming inside. So then Mr. Maniramachandran, see, I told you Baba will reserve for me. He just nodded his head, okay, it's just coincidence, he thought. Then they had to go to, those days there were no direct trains. He was in Hubli those days. From there, they had to go by train to Penukonda. From Penukonda to Bukkapatnam, they had to go by bus, local bus. From Bukkapatnam, they had to cross the banks of Chitravati to reach Puttaparthi. So there was one bus in the morning, which was connecting to this train. And within 10-15 minutes of this train, the bus would come and they would get down at Bukkapatnam and walk from there. That particular day, the train had reached half an hour late. It was 30 minutes late. So my father knew that that was the only bus he had told already. Then he was thinking what to do now. It is already late. Then again, Mr. Maniramachandran said, don't worry, you pray to Baba, he will provide. He just closed his eyes. When he opened the eyes, the bus had come in front of him. And the bus came, they got into the bus. They sat. Then okay. So my father asked Mr. Maniran Chandran said, see, Baba has sent the train late because the train is coming. Baba has sent the bus late because the train has come late. Then my father didn't believe that. He asked the driver, why did the bus come late today? Then they said, no, the tire was punctured. We repaired it and came. That's why it was half an hour. It came late today. Okay, he said. He just nodded his head. They went and sat inside the bus. Then my father, because he had studied, read that Satyam Sundaram, he had heard many stories from many people. They were stories for him, against him, anti-Baba, for Baba, all stories he had heard. He was not in a position to decide whether he is really an avatar or he is really a divine person come in the form of human, in a human body and all that. He had many questions. Then after one or two stops, two people came and sat in the seat just before them, in front of them. That seat was empty. Two people, some two villagers came and got into it. My father, from many days, he had many doubts. He had not asked anyone. Then these two people started talking. One by one, the doubts what he had in his mind, one by one person is asking, the other person is answering. It was so, he has not discussed with anyone about it. He has not asked anyone about to try to get those doubts cleared. He had not discussed. But all the doubts, whatever he had in his mind, everything was getting cleared step by step. One person is asking the question, he is answering. The other person is answering. All the questions what was there in my father's mind was clear. Then he had read Satyam Sundaram, but he was not sure of the authenticity of it, because he thought, see, Mr. Kasturi also, Professor Kasturi also has come into Sai fold after he has grown up. He has not seen the childhood of Swami. The Satyam Sundaram first part is mostly contains the childhood stories of Swami. So he has not, that is also, he has, whatever he has heard from someone, he has written. How,
book
the example of the teacher making him stand on the seat and the chair sticking to the teacher when he tried to stand up. All those experiences, all those stories he had read, but he was not sure about the authenticity. He had one question in mind. If someone who has seen that of Swami's age, someone talks about it, then we can believe. If this person, all people will be telling the stories, the same story he might have written. Then as soon as this question, he was just listening to all those questions and he was listening to the answers, then this thought came to him. Suddenly he remembered that, yes, Professor Kasturi also has written like this.
How to believe that one? He has come later on.
How to believe it? How to believe in the authenticity? Because he has come later. Then the next question the person asked was, how do you know all these? How you are telling everything as though you have seen. How do you know all these? Then that person is answering, I am a classmate. I and Baba are of the same age. I am classmate of Swami. I have seen these with my eyes. Same words what my father wanted, whatever he had in his mind, the same words he repeated. That's my father was, okay, this he couldn't brush aside as coincidence. He was a little convinced, but okay, but he wanted to try still many ways to be convinced. Then after that question answer session, the next stop, they both got down and went. So they had come to the bus only to answer his questions. So then, reach okay. By the time they reached, it was 4 o'clock. They had to walk from Bukkapatnam to
evening.
From Bukkapatnam to Puttaparthi. They had to walk across the banks of Chitravati. They reached there by around 4 o'clock. That was the time for Swami's evening darshan in the balcony. So everyone was evening 4 o'clock. All the people, about 80 to 100 people were waiting there. So along with their luggage, they went there. They also stood there. They just waited like this. Then the door opened. Swami came out. the same photo what my father had seen. Most of the time he had seen one photo with Abhayahasta. All the people were holding their hands, Sairam, 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 that I think. And Swami from there, he's smiling and he's showing his Abhayahasta, blessing the people with Abhayahasta. It is the same pose what my father had in his mind. Then
Sound, ಮಾತಾಡು.
ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Then what happened?
He wants to
he-
hear his voice.
He just he after blessing him with the smiling face, he blessed everyone. Then he just gazed at my father from the balcony. He just gazed at my father, and he turned and he was almost reaching the room. Then my father thought, such a quick darshan this was. This is the first time I'm coming. I have wanted to see him a little more. How nice it would be if the Swami could have stood there for some more time and I could have seen him for some. Then the moment he got that thought, Swami came back. He came back and he looked at him. And he just said, then that instant, my father got another
Desire.
thought in the mind. I could have, it would be nice to hear his voice, because first time he had seen him, he saw the same photo, what he had seen, the same pose he had given. Oh, but it would be nice to hear his voice. Suddenly, Baba bent down and he said, teacher, teacher, he called. So there was a teacher there with about 80 to 100
No,
students.
10 students.
Okay. About 8 to 10 students the teacher had brought. He was standing. So Swami looked at him and called him teacher, teacher. Then instantly my father got one more idea. I have seen only this pose. It would be nice to see different poses of Baba. Suddenly, Swami bent down, and as though there was some container there with apples, he started taking the apples and started throwing it to the teacher. So everything dawned on my father in 1 minute that I wanted to see him for some more time. He came back. He had already reached the door, almost reached the door. He came back. I wanted to hear his voice. Immediately he spoke. And now I wanted to see different poses. And he already bent and threw the apples. And he told the teacher, you distribute to the students. After that, he looked at my father, gave a smile, and went inside. My father was overwhelmed. Then it was evening, they had just come from the station. So they went to River Chitravati and they had a bath there. And by the time they finished their this one and they came there, it was evening 6:30, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock bhajan.
It was bhajan time. Yeah. Bhajan time, they sat in the veranda of the mandir.
Bhajan was so melodious. I was attracted.
Yeah, they came back and they sat in the veranda of the mandir. He was sitting there and he was really overwhelmed at all the experiences. Just now I have come and already Swami has given so many experiences, but still he was not completely convinced. Then he thought, is he a mind reader? Is he really an avatar, or is he a...
Vibhuti. Mind reader, ಆಮೇಲೆ.
So he was thinking, is he really an avatar? God come in the human form? How is it this is happening? But he still was not convinced. He had heard that Baba was known to materialize Vibhuti. So he thought, he was just thinking, Swami had not yet come outside. So he was sitting there and he was thinking all this. They say that Baba will materialize Vibhuti. Even if Baba doesn't give it to me, it's okay. I should see him materializing the Vibhuti. Then bhajans started, very melodious bhajans. The bhajans started, then Swami came out. He just came out. Everyone started taking Pad Namaskar. My father also took Pad Namaskar. Then he just crossed my father. He came from here. He and his officer both were sitting. My father took Pad Namaskar when everyone was taking. He also took one. He went that side. He turned back and his hand was in front of my father's face. he started rotating it in circular motion, clockwise direction. So Swami went that side, turned towards him, he materialized, and my father could see it directly. It was his Baba's hand was directly in front of his face. He is sitting down, Baba is doing it here. So then
that was given to somebody.
he gave it to someone else. He gave it to someone else and he went. Then my father thought, how foolish I was. If I had wished that Baba had given that vibhuti to me, maybe that also would have happened. Okay, that also he just, that thought came to him and he left. ಆಮೇಲೆ next ಭಜನೆದ.
ಭಜನೆ.
Yeah, and bhajans were going on. My father is from a family who likes music, who love Carnatic music. He liked the bhajans very much. It was very melodious, very sweet. He felt, and
nowhere else I had heard such a, the melodious.
Bhajans. He hadn't heard such melodious bhajans till then anywhere. The rhythm, the simplicity, so that everyone could follow. Varieties, all gods, everything. He was very happy about it. Then he had no paper or pen to take it down. Then
I asked for the book. It was not there.
He went to the shop and he asked for the bhajan book. That was out of stock, they said. That was not available. Then so that bhajan session was over. They went and they knew that by 8:30 Swami will cross the balcony and go for dinner. So again, people came and stood there. My father also, along with Mr. Maniram Chandran, he also came and stood there. Everyone were looking at him, waiting for Baba to come. There is one person in front of my father. He is holding a book like this. And he is blocking the view. Obstructing the view from daddy's eyes to the balcony. He just wanted to push it that side. He wanted to tell him, please take the book. Then he sees it is a Kannada book, handwritten bhajans. It was a book. This person, then he inquired with him. He said, I am from Tumkur, because there Karnataka people were very less those days. Very few. All people from everywhere were there. But he was astonished because there everyone was speaking Telugu. And this person, he just wanted to push. He sees the bhajans are written in Kannada.
He had copied it.
He had written down the bhajans. And my father, the moment he listened to those bhajans, he was so happy. He was waiting to have a bhajan. He wanted to copy. He did not have pen and paper. He went to the bookshop. They said it was our. He was thinking, oh, so nice bhajans. How nice it would be if I could learn. And immediately that is happening. Then he spoke to him. He requested him, can I have the book? Then he said, okay, you keep it today night. Copy the bhajans. My father copied it to him. He copied some 30, 40 bhajans. The first time he's hearing, he liked it. He just copied the bhajans. So then slowly it's dawned on him. See, I was thinking of bhajans. I wanted a copy of the bhajan book. Swami has provided that also. Next,
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾರನೇ ದಿನ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮಣಿರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೆ. 2-3 ದಿನ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್.
Okay. It was
next day,
nearing Dasara festival, I think, and Baba had stopped giving interviews. So, but every day he would come out and distribute vibhuti packets to people and give Pada Namaskar to everyone. Those days were everyone was lucky to get. Everyone used to get Pada Namaskar and vibhuti packets directly from Swami's hands. So my father thought they were waiting. Everyone was sitting. He also went and sat there. That was next morning.
Morning. Swami is he is a mind reader.
That time, that time he felt, is Swami a mind reader? Whatever is coming in my mind, he is doing it. Is he a mind reader, or is he really a divine? Is he really divine? He wanted to test that divinity.
I thought my own God as.
Then he prayed to his own God. He said, see, I don't know whether this Baba is God or not. He prayed to the God in his heart. He said, God, my God, you only have to solve my solve my this one problem in I'm not able to decide whether I should believe in him or no. You have to convince me. You are in my heart. You have to convince me.
Yeah, I should get.
Okay. You have to convince me that he is, if he is divine or not. Then, okay, then see, all these while, I came yesterday, all this while, whatever I thought has happened. Let me test another way now. Now, whatever I think should not happen, whatever comes to my mind should not happen. If I should be disappointed, if I am disappointed, then I believe Baba is divine. Okay, then as I said, Baba came distributing.
I was sitting beside Maniram.
He was sitting next to, he had gone with his officer, Mr. Maniram Chandran, and my father are sitting. Baba came distributing Vibhuti packets to everyone. Everyone was getting Pad Namaskar. Then my father also tried to take Pad Namaskar. He could get only the sand.
He gave prasadams to Maniram Chandran.
Really important. He tried to take Pad Namaskar. He saw Maniram Chandran was sitting next to him. He got the Pad Namaskar. Then he held his hand. He got the Vibhuti packet. So my father also tried to take Pad Namaskar. He got only the sand. Swami had already moved. Then he tried to take Vibhuti packet. Swami had already moved. Then slowly he thought, okay, still he's going like this. Let me go and sit. There's an empty space there. Let me go and sit that side. He was just trying to get up and go. Then a volunteer stopped him. He said, no, you sit here. You cannot move. Then he was a bit disappointed. Why did I think like this? He thought, okay. He was just sitting. Then Swami finished the gents side and he moved to the ladies side. And there were some people in the veranda, gents, some other gents were there in the veranda. And my father was sure after finishing the ladies, he will come there. The volunteer who had stopped him, because Baba had already gone to the ladies' side, there was no volunteer there close by. That volunteer who had made him sit down also was not available. Then Baba also was turning the other side. His back was turning this side. Baba was turning that side and giving the this one. So he thought, okay, in that balcony, some more gents are there. Let me go and sit there. Slowly looking at Baba, there's no one is looking at me. He just tried to get up. Baba was turning that side. Suddenly he turned towards him. He said, sit down, sit down.
Kucho, kucho.
Kucho, kucho. He made the sign there and he said, sit there only, kucho, kucho. Then my father could not do anything. He just sat there.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
So,
he felt very bad. Is this the way I should test Baba? Why should I have asked for disappointment? Everything is getting disappointed. Next day. So he felt very bad. Then Mr. Maniram Chandran assured him, don't feel bad. Baba has given me 2 packets. I'll give you. He was feeling very bad. Maybe that could be shown on his face also. Then Mr. Maniram Chandran told him, he has not discussed any of these with Maniram Chandran. He doesn't know that he had tested earlier and everything. All his demands are satisfied. He doesn't know that today he had asked for disappointment and he is disappointed. He just said, okay, don't worry. I have 2 packets. I'll give you 1 packet. Then the next morning, they went and sat. He felt very bad. The next day, he went to the Vatavruksha. There, he sat and he wanted to do the meditation. He went and sat there meditation. The first
Gayatri mantra.
Yeah. The first mantra he chanted was Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra he chanted. Then his guru had given a secret mantra for him. His guru had given him one secret mantra.
On Shankar Jayanti day.
On Shankar Jayanti day.
Close it that to tale musgaki.
Yeah.
Inside
his guru had covered a blanket, covered a cloth over the head of both, and he had ensured no one is hearing, and he had given a secret mantra to him. So that second mantra, that one he took and he meditated. Then third one he did
Shiv-
Om Namah Shivaya.
One Namah Shivaya.
Panchakshari mantra he took. Then he did Om Namah Shivaya. Then fourth one he did Mrityunjaya mantra. Fourth one he said. Then he wanted to do 5. He was thinking what to do. Then he thought, okay, Baba has already convinced me so much. If he's really God, good, let it go to him. He thought, before praying what he thought, Bhagavat Prityartham, let whatever I am doing go to the Bhagavan, God, general God. Let it go, let this, my prayers reach God. That is all he had asked. Then the fifth one he said, Om Shri Satya Sai Baba Namah. Om Shri Satya Sai. Mani Ramchandran had told him, Om Shri Satya Sai Baba Namah.
I don't miss.
Adalla ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು.
ಅವರು ಒಂದ್ ಚೀಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಕಡೆಗೆ
ಇನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ
ಸತ್ ಸಾಯಿ ಬಾಬಾ
ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ.
ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ
So he thought,
ಹೇಳಿ ಸತ್ಯ ಸಾಯಿ ಬಾಬಾ
Baba has convinced me so much, so let me chant his name. He said Om Shri Satya Sai Baba Namah. He finished the meditation. They came back. So again that day also they were leaving that day.
It was time for darshan.
My father thought, see, yesterday I have done a foolish thing. I have asked for disappointment. Today I have to leave. They were about to leave that day. So today I have to leave. Please don't disappoint me.
Mind only.
He just thought in his mind. He has not discussed with anyone. He has not told Mr. Mani Ramchandran also. He said, oh, see, today I have to leave. I did a foolish thing yesterday. Please forgive me and please compensate for me. But compensate me for the loss what I. Today I want Pad Namaskar. I want Pad Namaskar and Vibhuti everything. Please don't disappoint me. Then as usual they went and sat in the darshan line. Baba came and stood in front of him. He took Pad Namaskar. Then he stood there. He prostrated. He put his head on Baba's pada, and he took, to his satisfaction, he took the Pad Namaskar. He's taking again and again and again. Baba is there only. He is not. He's standing there. He's turning around and distributing Vibhuti packets to everyone.
He first had given 2.
Then he gave father also 2 Vibhuti packets. Then after distributing to everyone, after my father was to his satisfaction, he took Pad Namaskar again and again. Then he asked, Kudtacha, in Tamil he asked, Kudtacha, did I give you Vibhuti packet? Then my father showed, yes Swami, you have already given. He showed 2 packets were there. Take, he said, and gave 2 more packets. So he got 4 packets. Then he was happy. He was overwhelmed by this. Then he was just, he was feeling very happy. And then Mani Ramchandran said, I had promised you yesterday, I'll give you 1 packet. Then he said, no, Baba has given me 4. No, I have promised you, I have to give you 1. He gave 1 packet. Then my father thought, okay, he was very happy. He said, okay, all the packets Vibhuti I'll take. Those days, the pouches were not there. They used to, Likita Japa would be there in the paper. In that, they would fold and give the Vibhuti packets.
Plastic packets were not there.
So then my father thought, okay, all the packets, little Vibhuti, I'll take. He was very happy and he was more or less convinced. It was that Swami was the real divine incarnation come in the form of human form. Then he said, he opened the first packet. He is just saying it is some Devi mantra. First japa he had done there. He said, Bhagavat Prityartham. Let this go to the Bhagavan. Let it reach God. So the first mantra he opened, the packet he opened was, he had done Gayatri mantra. That was
some Devi mantra.
Some Devi mantra was there in that chit. He took it. Then he opened, he had decided to take from all the packets. He closed it. He opened the second one. That mantra, what his guru had given him in secret, that would not, no one else would know about it. There was a printed mantra, the same mantra what this guru had taught him secretly. That mantra was printed on a piece of paper. That is a piece of paper. Maybe it was from some book. And that mantra was there on that. He was overwhelmed. He thought, okay, then he became curious to open the next one. The next one he opened, it was Om Namah Shivaya. Then the next one he opened,
ಅದು ಓಂ ನಮಃ ಶಿವಾಯ ಇತ್ತು.
That
I
also
did
Om Namah Shivaya.
ಮೃತ್ಯುಂಜಯ.
Because it was Mrityunjaya mantra, he thought, yeah, that is also Lord Shiva.
ಮಣಿರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
Then which Maniramchandra had given, he had kept it separately. What Swami had given, he had kept it separately. What Maniramchandra gave, he had kept the packet separately. That also he opened. There it is written, Om Shri Satya Sai Babaya Namah. So he was convinced that whatever japa I have done in the morning, meditation has done in the morning, two things he was convinced. I had thought, let it go to God, let it reach God. Bhagavat Prityartham. So it has reached God. That is one thing. Second thing is, Baba has shown that he is the God. He has proved to me beyond doubt. In the same order, he has given the
chits.
He had got the chits. So he thought, yes, Swami is, he was convinced beyond doubt that it was, Swami was the divine incarnation. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು?
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಷ್ಟ ವಿಭೂತಿ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ರು ಅವ್ರದ ಮಚ್ಚೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಸೊ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬಿಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ರು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್
ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್
they had to leave. That after meditation they had come there for the morning darshan. Then the sunlight was falling in certain areas. Swami was in the shade. Then my father had seen that mole on Swami's cheek. Then he thought, if Swami is standing in the shade, if he goes to the sunlight, I can see the mole properly. Then Swami suddenly went to the sunlight, looked at my father and smiled. And this mole was clearly seen to him. Adondena innondena. Yeah. So he was convinced beyond doubt. He was fully convinced. He was very happy. He was overwhelmed. And next
came back.
Yeah, he came back. He was very happy. He came back and he told my mother. My mother's name was Lalita. Lalita, I have seen the God. I have seen living God today. He started blabbering everything about what happened. Then my mother was the
first. She was simply hearing. Afterwards,
yeah, my mother is she was a logical, analytical. I am reading from my father's book. All these experiences my father has recorded in a book. And because it was Antaranga Sai, he has given the name as Antaranga Sai. All his experiences he has written in the book called Antaranga Sai. So I am reading from that. Because some of his feelings, his words, I have to use his words only. So he says, my logical, analytical and discriminating wife, she just listened for some time. Then she thought, has someone thrown that vibhuti? They say, no, they will throw that magic vibhuti. Mankabudhi, we say in Kannada. They throw on that and they take them under their control. Has someone does this? You were all right when you left Hubli to Puttaparthi. Now you are acting so crazy. What is wrong with you? She was really perplexed. So this was the first journey, the first trip of my father to Puttaparthi. He has so many experiences throughout his life. This is just the first tip of the iceberg. The first experience which made him believe in the first time he saw Swami, and the first time itself he was convinced. First trip to Puttaparthi itself, he was completely beyond doubt. He was convinced that Swami is Bhagavan. He is none other than the indweller who was there in his heart.